The lighting never gets any better, does it? Hello there, Internet. You have to speak.
Hi, today's video, similar to the last one we made together, except I'm going to take the questions that Abby asked me and ask them back. It's going to be kind of funny because some of these questions don't make sense unless you're asexual. Okay, first question. How do you identify?
I identify as asexual and or demisexual and panromantic.
What were your first thoughts when you were thinking about telling me that you were asexual?
I was nervous because we had just started dating and I didn't know if I should tell you or if I should wait or if it was important to tell you. I also didn't know whether I should tell you before we started dating. I was like, do I tell him this or not? Is this a thing I should mention? I don't know. What's he gonna think?
And what are your thoughts now?
I think you handle it pretty well. Me being of the asexual variety. What are you doing?
Making a face. Shut up.
Oh, you handle it a lot better than I thought you were going to. Or that I assume most people would. So that's good.
When did you find out I was sexual?
When I met you.
What?
Actually, fun fact, when I first met John for the first time, I thought maybe he was asexual. Yeah, I told you the story.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Because John came when he was a senior in high school for like a fine arts weekend at the college, so he came to like audition and like see a show and like sit in on classes or whatever. Him and his friend were talking about like sharing a dorm room and stuff, and they said something, they were talking something along the lines of sex or whatever, and John said something like, oh, well, I don't have to worry about that. And I was like, does that mean he is asexual? Does that mean he doesn't have to worry about it because he doesn't want to have sex?
What were your first thoughts?
He's gonna want to have sex.
Have they changed?
Nope.
What difficulties do you experience being an asexual person dating a sexual person?
Sex. Not wanting to have sex. And John wanting to have sex. Or any of the things that kind of fall under the sexy-ish category. Me, often. Not really feeling it. John, often feeling it.
Okay.
I love you just the way you are.
Good.
Just the way you are.
And now you ruined it.
Just the way you are.
Also, this is for all of you people who think I'm awkward on camera. Oh no, I'm not looking at the camera. Have you had any criticism or comments about being with a sexual?
Nope.
I didn't know how to flip this question.
Except for people being like, oh no, I know you have sex. And me being like, but I don't. And then being like, okay, you don't have sex.
Yeah, that's actually been a thing. A couple of people have like legitimately just been like, yeah, I'm absolutely sure they've had sex.
Yeah, so I mean, that happens. That's not like criticism, but it's like a thing that happens that isn't necessarily the most fun. Because like, okay, it's fine to have sex. And it's fine if you want people to know you have sex or whatever. But I've got this weird thing where like, I'm not having sex. I don't want people to think I'm having sex, even though it makes no difference
Yeah, that's weird.
in the standing of life. It just bugs me in my core.
What would you say to people who don't think sexuality is real?
People think that, I think most people think that sexualness exists and runs our society, perhaps even. So I don't think I've had a problem with that. Most people think it's real.
What would you say to people who don't think a sexual person and an asexual person could date?
I would say that if both people in the relationship are willing to make things work, then it is 100% able to work. If I'm not on John's side or he's not on my side, no way is it gonna work. But if we're playing together, like we do, then we win. Or score. But we don't.
What would you say to couples that are in a sexual, asexual relationship?
I think I kind of helped with this answer in the last video, where it's like, just talk. If you talk and discuss things, it makes it a lot easier to live life. Crazy how communication works out in our favor. It can be difficult at times. Like, I'm not saying that it's all just fun and games and easy peasy lemon squeezy if you chat about it every now and then. It can be difficult, but you just have to work through those things and figure out what's going to work best for you as a couple.
Okay, that's all we have for you today. I don't know how she normally ends her videos.
Fake fan. Do you guys enjoy this lighting? It's mood lighting because it is sleeting outside and it is rainy and dark, and so I've got a lamp over there hitting a mirror, which does not do much for our faces, but it does more than darkness. If you have any more questions for us, please leave them down in the doobly-doo. There are a couple questions, or one question, I think, in the last video that we haven't answered yet, but we will be making a video on that as well. This was actually a question in the doobly-doo that was asked, how I felt dating a sexual person. So that's where this video is brought to you by. I think it was Sarah Wafford.
Okay.
Wafford. I still don't know how to say your name. By the time you see this, tomorrow will be Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you have a happy one. And I'll be watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So, have a good time. Enjoy your life. Eat lots of turkey. If you're not a vegetarian. If you're vegetarian, eat lots of cheese. If you're vegan, eat lots of non-dairy or animal products.
So nothing.
False. I will show you what is there. There's so much. If you're one of the other diets that I don't know the exact restrictions of, enjoy what you eat. We're all about inclusivity here.
Inclusiveness?
Same diff.
No. One's a word and one is not.
So we're gonna go, and we will see you, well, I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Tries to force bloopers.
Okay.
Okay.
Camera, not face.
Okay.